yourself
Yeah.
in your wallet, right? It isn't about, it's all about the target. So if you look, if you're not getting the money you want to get paid in the market that you're working in, either level up in that market so you're playing at the top, or change markets, change directions. Don't keep doing the same old thing and expect different results. You know, that's so cliche, but it is the most, it's probably one of the truest statements I can say being on here today. I see people still doing the same thing, same thing, same thing. And they're making little incremental changes, but they're not making big leaps. And it's just, yeah, they're just holding themselves back.
Here's an example of that. When I first started selling, I worked in consumer electronics. And so my job was to sell home phones. And we made commission on everything. And there was a phone that was an $80 phone. And if I sold that $80 phone, I made $4. If I sold a $120 phone, I'd made $1. So it's like understanding that was important to me. And when you talk about selling with your wallet, I was talking about you have to look at customers through their eyes with their wallet. I was doing exactly what you're saying. I was selling with my wallet. There was a $350 phone that I made $50 if I sold it.
And you could have been payday, big paydays, right?
And here's what happened is one day there was a guy looking at that $50 phone. This is the first phone that had every bell and whistle. It had call waiting, caller ID, and speakerphone on the handset. Things you don't even think about now, but back then they were revolutionary. And he was looking at it, and I said, "Oh, that is the coolest phone you will ever see. It has every bell and whistle you could possibly imagine on it." And then I just shut up, and he goes, "I'll take two." It just blew my mind away that somebody would do that. And they had a version that was $190 that I never sold, that I made, I think, $35 when I sold that. And so I would always show that after that, I always showed that top phone. And when they said, "Well, you can get 80% of that down here for $190, at least get the cheap one." So I went from being $80 being expensive to $190 being cheap. That's the mindset you have to do throughout your entire life to play with bigger people.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.